Dear friends, I decided to record this video because tomorrow is a big day for the United States, the presidential election day. And what is anticipated? It is anticipated there will be a lot of controversy, there will be a lot of fight and heated debate and possibly resentment and possibly unacceptance of the results. Um, on different sides. It's been said that these elections are among the most important elections in the whole United States history. Um, People say that there is a lot at stake about the fate of this country and its collective and different policies. There is a lot of expectations. Though I would like to talk about a different side of these elections, or looking at these elections that most people probably will not consider. And I would want to look at these elections from the consciousness evolution, human consciousness evolution, and spiritual perspective. I would want to look at the symbolism of what is going on and how one can look and consider these elections with and stay in this field without losing your head, without losing your uh, mental stability and emotional balance. What I have observed um, during this election process and up to this point in the collective emotionally, I observed a lot of anger, rage, hatred, blame, shaming. What does this mean? This, as you know, are the most difficult, dense, heated emotions, and they describe, generally, they describe the lower stages of consciousness, the consciousness of deep polarization. And in such environment, when our collective is in deep polarization with the heated anger and rage, we kind of expect that there will come the savior, the beautiful leader, of the capable, kind, compassionate one who is going to save us. It's a myth. It's idealization, and a lot of people are living with this idealization, and it is kind of concerning and sad to observe that many of us are still so much fixated and vested on this one figure that is supposed to come and save us, so to speak. It is sad, though I do understand where it's coming from. From the symbolic and consciousness evolution perspective, we are still operating in the same pyramid structure or pyramid paradigm when we expect or we bought into the idea that there is this kind of capable leader figure who we can elect from most capable people, and this leader will lead us into that best possible future or vision for this country, for this collective. Is this the case? Is this a workable scenario? Is this a common sense scenario for our collective? Using the common sense, if most of our collective operates on the lower level of consciousness of division, separation, polarization, with emotions of anger, rage, hatred, blaming, shaming, do you expect that such field can produce the nice, intelligent, compassionate, kind, loving figure who is going to lead this kind of field? Probably not. And why not? Because we had examples in the history, spiritual and civil rights movement. Uh, we had such leaders, but unfortunately, they were not able to survive long in such collective. For example, all of you know Jesus Christ as probably one of the spiritual leaders that you would like to see some of his characteristics in the leaders that we have uh, that are leaders of our countries, our states, our municipalities. So what happened with Jesus Christ? You know that unfortunately he was killed. Another example, Martin Luther King. It's a more recent example, and there was a beautiful person who manifested, who embodied most of these beautiful values and character that we kind of admire and we want to see in our leaders. This compassionate, this loving presence. Unfortunately, he also did not live long. And that all shows us that our collective is not ready yet to produce this kind of leaders or even support this kind of leaders. So what where I'm trying to get this discussion to, I'm trying to get it to the point that I believe we need to stop looking at this one figure and expect that somehow miraculously this beautiful leader, this godlike Jesus, name it Donald Trump, name it Biden, name it I don't know who, will miraculously appear and will change the fate of this country, our collective. Probably most likely it's not going to happen. What has to happen and what is the biggest hope for our collective is your inner awakening and changing this collective field, rising the consciousness level beyond the vibration, beyond the energy of hatred, rage, blaming, shaming. If we all can rise a little bit to the level of courage, acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, from that collective field, we will start manifesting different kind of leaders. This is a biggest point. This is the biggest change that this whole collective is calling for. This is, I have a firm belief that we now step into the process when we are already moving in this direction. It is going to happen. I feel a calling inside to support this process. This is why I am recording this video. So in spite of the difficulty and heaviness of the tomorrow and this election and what's going to happen, and that some people will be dissatisfied and maybe there will be some riots again, there will be lack of acceptance, there will be a lot of blame, there will be a hatred on the part of some people towards the others and finger pointing and calling someone losers and someone haters and all kind of other names. I want to resonate, and hopefully I can, with some of you and with those who understand, who can see this bigger picture, that our elections, the processes that are going in this country, the expectations of positive change is not going to be resolved by one person and one leader. It is a collective effort. We know this from leadership and management theories. It takes a team. It takes a lot of well thought processes. It takes a very beautiful and well articulated vision that everyone supports to really initiate and create this kind of change that deep inside we all want to see. Though we have to participate, we have to understand that each of us is part of this change. It's not that one figure, it's not the pyramid. Maybe it's time to shift that pyramid and make it in reverse. This is us. Yes, the power of we, the power of collective. This empowerment, empowering each other to do the little shifts and create the bigger shift and create or give birth to this kind of leaders, these compassionate leaders that are truly capable, you know, together with us leading this country. So we are shifting the collective field. We are shifting this level of consciousness. And I wanted to bring your attention to a different perspective, looking at the election, meaning of the election and the expectations towards election. I hope that this perspective was valuable, to a degree, and I welcome your feedback. Thank you.